Hi guys, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming, and today we're talking about Titan Quest 2. So Titan Quest 2 is obviously the sequel to Titan Quest. No prizes there. It is an early access game and is currently on sale for £20, but apologies, by the time you see this it will be up to £25. Now I have completed what is available in the game. There only is some of the story available. It's not complete yet, so do bear that in mind. It took me about 7.5 hours to finish the story. That's by we're doing a lot of the side quests as well. There's only a couple I need to clean up, so bear that in mind. But I don't think £20 or £25 is an unreasonable amount for a 7.5 hour experience, particularly as I think it's quite a good one. So Titan Quest 2 is an action RPG, much like Diablo or Loki. No one talks about Loki, why not? That Loki was great. And it's obviously set in Greece. You have character creation, although it's very bare bones at the moment. Once again, unfinished game. So you don't actually get to change anything. You basically get to pick male or female, and then what face you want, and that's about it. There is like a more in-depth character creator coming, but it's not in it yet, so also bear that in mind. The gameplay is your typical ARPG thing, so it does do one thing differently that I have a few quibbles with. So in Titan Quest, left mouse button just moves you or interacts, doesn't do anything else. Right mouse button is your regular attack, and then you've got the number keys for your other stuff. Now it works, but my brain is like, why can't left mouse button be regular attacks like every other fucking RPG that we have? It took me a while to get my head around it. Also, sometimes the attacks don't really hit. What happens is the computer thinks you're close enough to land your attack, but you're not. So you're whiffing at the air, and then you have to move yourself rather than just right-clicking an attack on a bad guy and having him go and attack, because it thinks it's close enough that you can hit it, but you really can't. So they need to sort that out. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. So there you go. The way it works is you don't have a class when you start. About 20 minutes in you get your first class. You have an Earth class, an Air class, a Warfare class, and a Thief class. The Earth one deals with sort of stone and fire magic. Air is cold and lightning magic. Warfare is obviously your warfare skills, so your shields and shit like that. And your Thief does with like bows and things. I haven't really tried Thief, so I couldn't tell you. My main was Warfare and an Earth Fire. I haven't really done anything with the Earth Fire thing. I put like a few points in like one skill, but I just wanted to smack things really, so I was happy enough with that. But it does update, so like when you get your second skill tree, it updates the name of your class, and I think it was Battle Mage. It gave that particular combination, so that was pretty cool. The way the skills work, every time you level up, you'll get skill points and attribute points. Your attribute tree has I think it's 4 selectable attributes, but they tie into like sub attributes. It's all laid out so you can see where it's all going. So you have agility, strength, intelligence, and vigor. I think are the 4 top of my head. When you level up your skills, you have a meter next to it. You get divinity points occasionally as well for doing things. Sometimes there's a quest reward as well, and you put that into the gauge on the side under your trees, because you have a page for each of. You have a page for your general, you have a page for your first specialization, and your second specialization. General is just like your regular attacks, stuff like that. You can put points into that if you want. That's not a problem. You can do that. And as a divinity meter next to the side, so you put your points in the divinity meter, and that's how you get access to the higher tiers of skills, by building that meter up. Once you start putting points in the skills, it will allow you to add secondary modifiers to it. So think kind of like the gems from Path of Exile. So if you want a little bit of an extra chance to proc the elemental effect of your weapon, for instance, or the skill, I should say, you can add that on. Or if you want to do a bit more damage, you can add that on. If you want to increase the radius of the effect, you can do that. And the active skills, you get that. I think it's the active skills, or some skills, I'm not really sure. Some skills will give you access to like quite a lot, and you can put the same skill in over and over, and others you'll get unlocks at certain levels of the skill. So it might be at level 4, it unlocks a slot, and you can pick like one of 3 boosts to put into that slot. You can't put the same one in more than once, like the other skills you can. This was like 1, and then the second slot you have to pick one of the other 2, that sort of thing. So you can still customize it by choosing which 2 you want out of the 3, which is fine. And that's the way it goes up. There is a lot of loot in this game, like a lot of loot, because most every chest you find will have something in it. There's things you can break. Generally they'll only drop like money though, and it's not very much, so I found myself sort of like not breaking things, but you'll see like things with a little orange sort of sparkle to it, and that always has something in it, even if it's not very good, but it's always got a piece of equipment. A piece of equipment have very long descriptive names, which doesn't really tell me much about it. You go in and you have a look, and you can see what it does. Most of the time I'm looking out for stuff with regeneration on it. The way I tend to play these is I tank stuff by out healing it, and so if I get my sort of passive regeneration of hit points up, which is possible in this, there are skills in the warfare tree that allow you to do that, as well as what weapons and army have equipped. You can do it, so that's good. The skill level of the gate itself, excuse me, shouldn't eat before I get on these damn things, it's quite variable. I'm playing it neophyte, which is easy, because you know me, I'm basically a fucking games journalist right now. And if I had to compare it, I would say it feels like modern Diablo difficulty, just bog standard modern Diablo difficulty. Like nothing really challenges you till you get to a boss, and even then, if you can work out the pattern quickly, you're probably going to survive. There were a few instances in which I did die. Generally speaking, it was because I was pushing through the story, and maybe I should have like not gone as quickly as I did, but I did. They were a significantly higher level than me. I was still taking them out, but when a group got on me, they just hit me with so much damage I didn't have a chance to hit my potion button and just died. And that happened a couple of times. The good news is any you do kill don't respawn when you come back, at least on the difficulty level I was playing. I don't know about uppers, but certainly the upper difficulty levels I have heard are a lot more punishing. So if you don't want a Diablo type experience, those are available to you if you want more of like a Path of Exile 2 sort of difficulty curve, I guess. As I said, I played the lower one, so yeah. And I had a really good time with it, to be honest. I was quite disappointed when it finished, because I was like, okay, I got it like, I think Saturday. And I played it for quite a few hours, like 4 or 5 hours on the Saturday, and I was like, right, okay, do other things. I'll play it, like, I'll put aside tomorrow, like Sunday tomorrow is going to be the day when I fucking just immerse myself completely in it and get as far as I can. You know, because I want to at least try and finish it before I review the damn thing, if not get like really far. I know I would prefer to finish it as well, but sometimes it just doesn't line up, and I'm not going to play a game for like an entire week only to buy another game that I'm then going to have to play within like a day and a half in order to get a review up for it. So it doesn't make sense. It's one of the things that's a bit of a pain in the arse not doing this full time, in the fact that I don't get as much time as I would like. Although, you know, my wife's very understanding, and she understands that, like, yep, the computer comes first, basically. So I get the time I need for a lot of this shit, but I still have to go to work and shit, so whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's really fun ARPG. It looks very nice. I don't think it's going to like win any like awards for the graphics or anything like that, but it certainly is a good looking game, and it's very evocative of the sort of Greek mythology and like everything you've seen in film and movies, like Jason and the Argonauts and all that. Plenty of skeletons for you to smack, which is cool. So yeah, I would actually highly recommend it. I mean, as I said, it is in early access. It's not a complete game. What is there is so far is very good. I hear there's new specializations, or at least one more that they're going to be putting in, as well as the ability to customize your character and obviously more story, which is the big one for me because, you know, I'm the story guy. I don't play games for the challenge. I play them for the story and the experience. Or in the case of 7 Days to Die, because I'm terminally addicted to the damn thing. Help me! But yeah, I mean, it is early access, so you take that into account. It is 20-25 quid, so it's not a huge amount of money. There will be more coming. It's more of an investment at this point, I'd say.
Hello.
But I mean, there's just as good of a chance of them ballsing it up as there is making it good. So you have to always be aware of that possibility when it comes to early access games. It's just part of the thing. You're basically paying for something. I mean, I've paid for games and they've never been finished. Literally, they've been abandoned, which is not great. Certainly, I mean, I don't think it's going to be the case with this because it's reviewing very well on Steam. So people are playing it and do like it. So I think it's going to be a case of this one will probably get finished and be feature complete at some point. How long that takes, I do not know. I think it is a different developer doing it because I think the first one was tied with Sega. Off the top of my head, I haven't played it in a while, I must admit. So I could be wrong about that. It is being distributed by THQ Nordic, so I mean, they didn't work on the game, they're just distributing, so it doesn't really make a difference. I think it's... let me check who actually developed it for you guys. So it's Grimoire Games, or Grimlore Games. That is an L, Lee. Learn to read your native tongue, you fool. But you can take me to the shrine of that means nothing to me, Grimoire Games. Let's see what else they've done. Well, it says they've done a Titan Quest franchise bundle, which, if you're interested, you can pick up basically the original Titan Quest and the DLC and the Titan Quest 2. So there's that. They've done Spellforce 3, and that's about it, at least on Steam. To be fair, everything's positive that they've done. I've never played Spellforce 3, but there you go. That was in 2017. That was, wow. And they did DLC for that for like 3 years by the look of it. Before, you know, Titan Quest 2 at 2025. I don't know what they've been doing in between. That seems like a long time to wait, like 5 years to your next project. It's possible, but normally... I guess you'd see that kind of thing with studios that could like fund wages for 5 years without putting out any more product. I don't know. Kind of weird. Okay. But yeah, I'm enjoying Titanfall 2. Titan Quest, not Titanfall. Good God. That's completely the wrong genre, even though Titanfall 2 is excellent and should be played by a lot. In fact, go watch our review of it. That's one of the funnier ones where I play a big robot with an Oculus Quest and a light stuck on my face and a tea-towel stuffed down my shirt to give me a bulky appearance because I needed to be bulky up the top. Well, my body tends to sag, so it needed to be up the top, so tea-towel. And a special guest appearance by Christopher Ecclestone playing Snare. If you didn't know. He's a Heroes action figure that I purchased and dressed Snare accordingly. The good old days when I didn't have to do this by myself. Anyway, guys, take it easy, and I'll catch you next time.